I'm gonna get into the great, the good, the not so good, and just the plain ugly about my Telecaster. I'm sorry about the buzz. I don't want to show you the front yet because it's gonna give away the entirety of the video. But I got a Butterscotch Tele. It's a player Telecaster, Fender player, Mexican Telecaster, and it's basically turned into a parts caster. But I wanna talk about and show what I've kind of done to it. I'm gonna start with I have two videos. I mean, so obviously, like, I bought it stock years and years ago, and then I did a bunch of stuff to it, and I'm going to show you that in the first video. You know, new neck and boost switch. But the point is, I've spent a ton of money with other people trying to, you know, get luthiers to get this Telecaster to sound and feel the way that I hear in my head, and it's just never gotten there. Weirdly and ironically, and I think classically, it probably felt the best before I messed with it. Now hold on, wait a minute. I am a huge fan of modding and messing with guitars. My Stratocaster here, let me grab this. I have done work too, and it has become my favorite guitar of all time. And it way surpasses how it felt and sounded when I first got it. So this isn't a video of me being like, oh man, I regret, blah, blah, blah. I don't. I am a fan of not messing with, but tweaking things and making things your own, and, you know, investing time and energy and sometimes money to make things the way you want them to be. I think guitars are tools, and so this is me kind of showing that process. So my whole point here is that I spent money trying to replicate some things. I got the same neck for my Telecaster as I have for my Stratocaster, and it doesn't feel exactly the same. And there's probably some reasons for that, and I can get into that later. But I'm going to show you where my guitar was before I did some stuff to it, and then I'll show you kind of after. What I'm about to do and say is going to be blasphemous for a lot of Telecaster purists and aficionados and people that just like stock Telecasters. I have a kind of Franken-Tele here that I've had for many years that I have turned into a project guitar. I've done a lot of things to it. It was a B-bender at some point, completely changed the bridge, saddles. I have a new neck, flipped around the electronics, added a boost switch to it, which you can kind of hear here. That's off. And this is on. Anywho, these are stock. These are stock ceramic pickups, and I like them, but they're very buzzy, as you can hear. And I'm not crazy about the middle position tone. It's just not really for me, and sometimes when I'm in the bridge, it's just a little too much. So I'm going to take this project guitar one step further, and I'm going to try to turn this thing into a Nashville Telecaster. I don't think I'm going to really do... Actually, no, I am going to replace the bridge and replace the saddles. I like having individual intonation for each string instead of these kind of... Look, I'm not trying to piss anybody off by saying the things that I'm saying. I think they're great. I just prefer something else. And I've been giving this a shot for a while, and I think it's just time for change. So I'm making this kind of before and after just to show you guys. Here's the neck. This is with the booster on. And then let me switch over to the middle. And then here's the bridge. anywho, I'm gonna keep this short. So there's the before, and we're gonna do some stuff to this and turn it into a Nashville Telecaster. All right, here it is. Here's the after. This is what I ended up with. I spent all yesterday basically doing all the work by hand, and I'll tell you everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I said, right? So, you know what? I'll start with the great. The great is it feels and plays the way that I want it to, which is the whole point of this video. So let me show you that. We got a Nashville kind of style here now. So I got 5 positions. I might be out of tune. These are brand new strings. Not bad. Okay. I think first and foremost, my boost was too loud. It was boosting too much, so I turned down my boost. So let's just start there. That's on and this is off. It's just a little bit of a kick, and it helps with like impedance stuff. That's boring. We don't need to talk about it. But I turned down my boost, so that's one thing. The second thing is, oh, I'm just gonna show you the tone actually. All right, so here's the neck. That should be like roughly the exact same. It's the still the exact same neck pickup. I just got the tone turned down a little bit. I like my Tele kind of hot, so, and I'm going through a drive. But when you play clean or softly, it's a little cleaner. And you dig in, it kind of dirties up. Here's that second position. I got a little bit of a buzz. These are just single coils, so. Okay, here's the middle, and the middle is it's a DiMarzio True Velvet. And the middle is basically the entire reason I did a lot of this work. For me personally, I just really didn't like the middle position with the 2 pickups. It's just not a sound that I enjoy. I really missed having a true middle pickup and the 2 in the 4 position. So the two is it's nice to have. I don't really use it like that much. If I'm not buzzy, if I'm in a better room. For some reason, my bedroom is pretty noisy. I think the second position is good for like that type of. But the 4 is kind of like an indispensable sound. So the middle, it's nice and kind of hot, honestly. And it gives me that option for a clean tone that isn't just like ice pick destruction Telecaster. It's a more balanced kind of. Which is really nice to have. Here's that 4. I just love this tone. It's way quieter than the other positions. I have to say also the middle it's a reverse wound, and I thought that the second position would be a little quieter, but oh well. I just love this position for chord stuff, especially in a band context. It's not too bright. It gets out of the way, but it's nice and bright, so you can hear it, but you're not stepping on anybody's toes. It's really nice, and that's with the treble all the way up, and then just rolled off a little bit. That's a Telecaster bridge, and that's with tone all the way up. It's still a Telecaster. Alright, so let me talk about the stuff now. So what I did here is I replaced the saddles, I replaced the bridge, I put in a new pickguard. I'm sorry for all the purists out there, but the black just, I don't know, it wasn't me. I wanted something else, black. And plus, I was going to put this black pickup in, and it would kind of just, you know, blend in. There's something about this that just feels not very typical, and I like that. Obviously, I put in a five-way switch. So this has like Strat style wiring, where it's just neck and then these two, and then you guys know the drill. But yeah, so this is still that custom Warmoth neck. The thing that I think is going to make a lot of people cry is this didn't have a middle pickup kind of area routed. So you can kind of hear that. It's hollow in there now, but I had to do it by hand, and it looks fine, but I'm somebody that's more of like, you know, function over aesthetics, and I don't have access to those types of tools. So I basically took a drill and did like a honeycomb pattern, kind of like what's on this microphone. And then I literally just took a flathead screwdriver with a hammer and just like a Neanderthal, you know, just carved out this middle section. But something that's interesting is, one, it's hollow in here now, so it's kind of like this little mini acoustic chamber. But two, this guitar historically it's just a little too heavy and kind of had this like boat quality to it. That's the way I describe it. It was very brittle and bright, but like not a lot of sustain, and it was just heavy. It just wasn't a good guitar, really, you know? There's no way around it. But now, I don't know if you can hear it acoustically, it's pretty loud. And it like vibrates. You can feel the vibration at the top of the head. So I think weirdly carving this out made it a little bit more resonant, and maybe has like more of a optimal mass going on. I still want to file this down, the sharp edge, and kind of sand it, and I'm probably going to make my own belly contour, and I'll probably contour the arm here just to make it more comfortable to play, because again, like, I think guitars should service you. They're not, this was like a $600 player Telecaster from like 2017, so it's not like some relic or anything like that, and it's going to just be more comfortable to play. But yeah, I put on this new bridge here, and I don't know what's maybe wrong with it. Maybe it's like sized for a different Telecaster or something, but the holes through the body are way back here, and so this bridge is like too short. And because of that, I can't really feed the string through the body and get it to like feed through this style. Because again, my preference, I don't really like the barrel style bridges. I'm sorry. And this one did come with 6 individual barrels, and I could have tried that, and this would have solved this issue I'm about to describe. But it was like basically impossible to feed the string through and get it through this hole to string it. But weirdly, this bridge came with holes to do a top loading situation, and you know, that's the cool thing about guitars. Like, I thought I like knew most things about a Telecaster, but I had literally never thought about a top loader versus a body through, a string through. And so I opted to do the string through, and weirdly, I think the tension it like makes it easier to play this guitar. I don't know the physics behind it or whatever, but it definitely feels like I can bend easier, which is weird because I always felt like I could play and bend on my Stratocaster easier than my Telecaster. So it was like this weird thing that was an issue but was solved, and it kind of fixed something else, which was very strange, and I think is testament also to like trying stuff, because you never know what's going to happen. But it is a pain in my butt to restring this thing, because basically I have to pull it all the way through and then feed the end through. I have to like lift up the saddle and feed it through this saddle and then pull it back, which is laborious and tough. And these saddles are like all the way back. If I couldn't intonate this thing before, or like if I couldn't intonate it with this style, I would have had to bail, because I'm at the very, very end of what I can even do with these saddles. But, you know, I don't, maybe it's luck or something, but as soon as I tightened it all the way back, it pretty much got there. And again, I might be a little out of tune because these are brand new strings, but I can show you, I always struggled with the intonation on this thing with the barrels. And so when I first got it, it had these style tuners, and that's why I liked it so much better originally. But I would play chords, you know, here or down here. Let me do like one at the second fret, something like that, you know, and then I'd play it up here. It's not perfect. I think that note, you can hear it's a little sharp, but it's close enough for me. It's a lot better than it was. I can tell you that. But that's like a weird quirk of this. So it's easier to play and it's easier to bend, but I have to restringing it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I guess, you know, things can't always be exactly perfect, but you know, I'm pretty happy with this. It got more resonant, it got louder acoustically. I have more tonal options. I could weirdly bring my action down a little bit with these style of saddles, and it's a little bit easier to play. And generally, I have better intonation. So I did all this, you know, for just the price of materials. I kind of just messed around. I did all the soldering and all the electronics myself, which is a good skill to have and learn. I do that on most of my guitars. I do the electronics, but I think it's just a testament to like trying stuff. And I was just so unhappy for so long. My B-bender on this was a B-bender. When I would use the B-bender and bend it, it would come back sharp. And then when I would bend normally, it would flatten again, and it was driving me crazy. So I took off and it was so heavy. It was like 10 pounds or something like that with all that gear on it. And so I took that off and still wasn't kind of satisfied. It was just so brittle and just intense sounding. And I think, you know, the reality is, especially when I'm playing with a band or through my actual rig, I'm going to be way more inspired. And I needed a backup for the Strat if something were to happen, you know. I didn't have anything else I could really play. I have a inverse tuned Stratocaster, and I have like a baritone kind of modified SG, and then just an acoustic. So I actually feel like I have something that I could play a gig with by itself, but also, you know, in case I need a backup guitar. I might put the, you know, for the B string, I might put the single barrel and maybe mess around with the idea of a B-bender, but for now I'm just going to keep it how it is. I really, really like where it's at. I'm having a middle pickup. It's just great. And, you know, setting up your own guitars, it's a good skill to have, you know. I did the the height and and I can talk about that briefly. I mean, all I did with the height really is just make sure it wasn't buzzing terribly. You can hear there's some buzz. And maybe that would drive people crazy. But when I play through an amp, you can hear it a little bit. But it doesn't kill the sustain. And there is a piece of me that feels like what I worked on with that Strat. I think the frets got polished and this one didn't, so it's a little scratchier when I do those bends. So maybe, you know, if I shell out some more money and get these things polished, maybe it'll be cleaner. But functionally, this thing, just noise. I think it just sounds killer. I have all these tones that I just never played. But if you saw the inside of this, man, any guitar purist would be crying, I swear. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more work. I'm going to contour this thing. But I think, you know, having this routed out, getting some more space taken out of here, it's made this thing lighter and just more of a joy to play. So I think that's kind of like my spiel, both in terms of, you know, not being afraid to modify and try stuff, but also just this specific instrument. It's getting closer and closer to being something that I really, really enjoy, and it's just got my DNA all over it. You know, there's no Telecaster that looks or is like this. This is a completely unique instrument, and there's something about that that just makes me feel like it's not expendable, you know? Now, I put so much time and love and energy into this that it's mine forever. And unique to me, you know, it's to my taste. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to start doing live streams, I think on Sundays. I was originally going to make them members only, but I don't want to force people to like pay money just to hang out with me. So I'm going to make the replay of them, the videos themselves, for members only, but I think live streams are going to be open for anybody. And, you know, we can talk about stuff like this, or guitar mods in general or whatever. But, come hang out, and if you guys have some Franken instruments, Franken-Teles, Franken Strats, show me. I love this stuff. So, anyway, thanks.